if the way you talk to yourself is shaping your reality without you even realizing it? Today, we're going to talk about affirmations and how to create powerful affirmations that work. Hi, my name is Marcella Crank from Crank It Up Coaching, and today you are listening to Soul Fuel Sanctuary. So, Yvette, introduce yourself.
So, hi, I am Yvette Carrion of Pivot Point Life Coaching and Trainings. And yes, Marcella, affirmations. We really need to have our self affirmation. It is a way to shift our mindset and letting us believe in ourselves by having brief positive statements. So, what is affirmation really, Marcella? Because it is so much talked about, so many reels, so many videos, so many conversations around it.
Yes, affirmations are so powerful. I definitely believe in them. And it's how, in a previous, I think when we were talking about negative self-talk, and I
Yeah.
said
Mhm.
affirmations is a way to combat your negative talk. And it is, but there's a saying that says what you resist persists. So a lot of people may not have used the word combat, but it really is. And it's changing how you think to create your reality. So when you have, we were talking about negative talk, how you talk negative to yourself. When you think about the things that you say, and then you reframe them to something positive, but then you repeat it to yourself. Not when you have that negative thought, you can do it then too, but like on a daily basis, twice a day. So I think we were talking about what were we talking about? I think like doing something messing up at work, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I am so stupid. I always mess up. Instead, an affirmation would say, I learn from my mistakes and I grow through my mistakes. That is
Yeah,
an affirmation.
that's true. And what I noticed about affirmation is that it is said in the present tense. You must affirm it
Yes.
now, at this very moment. I am, not I will be better.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I am doing great. I am learning from my mistakes. And that's really powerful because
Yeah.
when you think of shifting your mindset at the present moment, it becomes more real
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes more effective rather
Mm-hmm.
than thinking about an affirmation for the future, which is like
Mm-hmm.
nobody knows the future actually.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the future holds, but this moment, this present moment is what we have right now. And the past is something we cannot do anything about really. So affirmations have to be at the present.
Yes, that's such a good point, Yvette. It has to be in the present. So you would not say, and I know people who do this, but it's actually wrong. You don't, an affirmation is not I want, that's in the future. I will, like you said, that's in the future. It's now. I am
Mhm.
is a wonderful, starting off with I am is a wonderful way you can do it. Plus, and you don't want to be too vague, and you don't want to use negative words like,
Mhm.
I will not lay in the bed till 10 o'clock on Saturday. That's not a good
Yeah.
affirmation. You instead of saying that, I will not, you will say, I get up at 7 a.m. on Saturdays or whatever it is. But you frame it so that it's a now statement. I get up, not I
Yeah.
want to get up, I will get up, I get up.
Yep,
And
yep. And it's
and then
also, yeah, go ahead.
oh, and then another part is positive and emotionally charged. So
Mm.
when you say I get up, you can say I joyously get up at 7 a.m. on
Wow.
Saturday to get my day going. That's, so you're bringing emotion and effect to that statement.
I like that, Marcella, when you evoke the emotion because it fires up something inside of us. It wakes up this sensation that okay, and so motivation comes up. It rises
Mm-hmm.
and then it inspires you to do more. And I think it
Mm-hmm.
also has something to do with when you say that to yourself, when you affirm yourself and you said like joyously with evoking your emotion, the amygdala wakes up as well and tells our um prefrontal cortex like,
Uh-huh.
hey, move up, move on, get going. It's like chop chop, do something.
One of the benefits and maybe the word benefit is not what I'm looking for, but some people don't believe in affirmations, but you can, because they feel like it's fake, it's not
Mm.
believable. But when people say that, I think of how when you watch a scary movie, your heart beats. And amusement parks, that's why they're so popular because they put you in a fantasy land, right? And
Yeah.
you actually it's not. And for me it's so funny when I watch a sentimental movie and I'm crying, boohoo crying, and I'm like, why am I crying like this is a TV show, but your mind doesn't realize it. It can't distinguish between what's real and what's not. So when you do affirmations to create your reality, because that's what affirmations do, they create your
Yeah.
reality, then your mind is saying, oh, you want to get up at 7 a.m. So, you might need your alarm, but you will start doing it. Once you start saying affirmations, your mind, and you have to, like when your alarm goes off, it has to be action too.
It's
When your alarm goes off, you get up at 7 or 7:15 and not turn it off and get up at 10. But once you
yeah.
start acting on your affirmations, they will begin to work for you. And because thoughts create beliefs. So when you do affirmation, it changes your thoughts and it will change your beliefs, and it will help you to it will help you to love yourself and to be the person that you desire to be.
Yeah. And people actually don't realize how powerful affirmation is. And when you said a while ago that people think it's a fake thing, it's not doable, it's
Mm-hmm.
impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But I read somewhere and I also saw Dr. Joe Dispenza, if you're familiar with him, or if any one of our audience is familiar with
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Joe Dispenza, he actually had the tests of the functional MRIs or fMRIs, how
Mm-hmm.
the brain sparks and literally lights up when we have positive thoughts, when we have affirmations, and how
Mm-hmm.
these affirmations shift really your life from the negative thoughts, from when you say my life is worth nothing, etc., to a life where there's affirmation, to shifting it. So when you affirm, it does not only involve your thinking, like it does not only involve the I am happy, but in your emotion, do you really feel that you are happy? Right? You have to like be it, sense it, feel it, not only in thoughts, in words, but you really have to be the whole of that happiness thing that you are thinking of. When you're thinking of being happy, being joyful, what does it mean for you? You have to really pause, and you have to sometimes helping your help writing down, sorry, writing down the affirmation helps, because when you write it down, you see it and you read it, and it some for some people it stays with them when they write down something. So affirmation is think of a positive thing that you are allowing yourself to be and then deciding that at this moment it starts today that I am happy or I am blessed or I am abundant. I am financially uh, rewarded or I'm financially okay. So all these things, it has to be at the present. And you only not say it and think of it, but feel it. How do you see yourself having all these things, the things that you're affirming on? And how does it feel? What does it make you feel? And I think that's the whole thing of people saying that affirmation works for me because they put their whole being in it. It's not just saying, it's not just writing, it's not just words out there.
That is so true. And another powerful thing you can do is when you do affirmation is to visualize whatever you're
Mm.
saying. And that can help. I remember someone talking about running, and they didn't really like to run, but every morning they would visualize themselves getting up, putting on their sneakers, their clothes and their sneakers, and walking out the door and running. And so it became like second nature that that's exactly what they would do. And for me, I had I was doing affirmations, and I had a health scare, but I stayed calm because I had already been doing affirmations about my health. And affirmations just change the way you think. It does. It changes the way you think. You just have to do it properly.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
And it will help your limiting beliefs, and some of you may not know what limiting beliefs are, but it's saying I can't do this. That's a limiting belief. It's and limiting beliefs is are also very close to your self-doubt, fear of failure, feeling of unworthiness, and just or another limiting belief is like I have no confidence. I can't do
True.
this. Like, for instance, I used to always say, oh, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know technology. That's a limiting belief because I do technology now, right? And so you just have to switch. It's like that, where whenever you have a belief, a thought that doesn't support who you want to be, then you create an affirmation to contradict what you're thinking. And like I said before, it could be as simple as you on one side, you're saying, I always mess up, or I'll use the technology one. I can't do technology. And on the other side is the affirmation is I am smart. I learn quickly, and I will conquer every technical challenge I face. And so, if I'm saying that over and over and over again, what will happen is that when I come across a problem that's technically orientated, my mind goes, you can do this, you can do it, you can figure it out, you're smart. And without even me saying it, my brain is saying, yes, you can do it, versus, oh my God, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, and stop doing it because technically savvy, I don't know. So
Oh
that
yeah.
is, right? That is what happens with affirmations.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that stop people from moving forward because they believe that self doubt. As you said, the limiting beliefs. Always find out and ask yourself, is this belief that I have in me stopping me from being the person I want to be? And then, if your answer is yes, then find out, where is it coming from? Did I believe this myself, or did I get it from someone else? And then remember, the power is always within you. The power is always in knowing who you are, who you want to be, in self awareness, and then the power in deciding to do something about it. That goes as well for affirmations. Do I want to change my life? Do I want to change the way I see things? Do I want to change the way I treat people? Do I want to change the way I treat myself? And so these things are very important, and only you can answer that because only you can decide for yourself. And where, with regards to the effectivity of affirmations, again, it goes back to you. Are you willing and are you okay accepting and knowing where you want to go and what to do with your life, with, with yourself? So once you know that, then I affirm, because you can only affirm when you decide to change.
That is such an excellent point that it's on you. It really is. I mentioned earlier about um, using visualization with affirmations, and there's a couple
Mhm.
of other things that you can do as well to move the process along. And you mentioned it, Yvette, and that is writing them down. Write them down. And for me, I have it on a sheet that I look at and read almost every day. I won't say that I do it every day, but almost every day. And or you can put them on a sticky notes and put them on your mirror while you're brushing your teeth. You can look at them or whatever, or you can record yourself. And I have done this. Record myself, and as I'm listening to it, I leave a little space so that I can repeat the affirmation after I hear it. I can repeat it, and that can speed up the process. Those three things is visualizing the affirmation, what you want, and so you can see yourself in that position doing the things that you want to do. You can record it, and definitely I would suggest writing it down.
Yeah, that's so true. So at the end of the day, folks, it is really deciding for yourself to stay
Mm-hmm.
where you are or to move forward to something greater, because we're born to be great. So for me, I affirm every day that I am gorgeous
All right.
and like I am successful. Otherwise, I would just be in my small little world and being afraid of everything else. So you gotta do it. You gotta try it so that you can have this experiential thing about affirmation. And as we said a while ago, believe it. You know, you have to accept, you have to have self-compassion that, I'm open to believing that I can be the better version of myself.
Yes, believe it. That is just so
Yeah.
important. And I know some people struggle with that. They don't do affirmations because they say, well, that isn't me and I don't believe it. But why not?
Yeah.
But why not is the question. Because that can be you. Because we are based upon our thoughts. Our thoughts create beliefs, our beliefs create actions. So if you believe differently, your actions are going to be different. And you know what just came to my mind is, and I can't remember his name, but he has a book called um, mm, Think as a man thinketh, so is he. And it's really
Mhm.
biblical too. As a man thinketh, so is he. And I do know this, that uh, Ford had a saying that if you can or if you can't, you're right. Because it all starts with how we believe.
Yeah.
And affirmations change our beliefs and helps us to create a life worth living.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful, Marcella. And you know what? I remember what what you said brought me to my elementary days when my teacher would always say, "What you conceive and believe, you can achieve." And that
Yes.
is an affirmation.
Hmm.
That simply put
Yes.
is an affirmation. And
Yes.
in Marcella's book, which is coming out soon,
It is.
there's
It's out. It's out.
it's
It's on
out. It's
Amazon.
out. Wow. And so there you will also find, like, I like the comparison of the how affirmation is like a seed that you plant in yourself, and then the repetition that you're affirming every day is like your watering can. So folks, do it every day. So Marcella, time flies. What is our parting word for affirmation?
Exciting news. As I said, my book is out and I would love for you to get it. And if you are interested, the link is in the description. But also, I have a special treat for you. We do. It's a mini work guide. It's not a worksheet, it's a guide on affirmations, how to do affirmations correctly. And so we want to give that to you. And basically, what we want you to do is in the description, we have our email address. Send us an email and on it say or in the subject line, say affirmations, and we will send it out to you. All right. And so
Wow.
your homework, we always want you to do something. So for affirmations, we want you to put an affirmation in the comment section. And if you do that, we will look at it and tell you if you're right on or how to make it better. But yeah, do that. Put an affirmation in the comments. And of course, as always, we thank the people who are watching that have subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed and this message permeated with you, you could relate to it, it helped you, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. That's what we want you to do. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. And it's a wrap again for affirmations. So also think, what's stopping me from integrating affirmations in my life? Okay, so with that, we end our episode for today. I am Yvette Carion of Soul's Fuel Sanctuary, and with
Marcella Crank with Crank It Up Coaching. Yay. We'll see you next time.
see
Bye
you.
bye for now.
Bye.